It's been a while, hasn't it, people? Hey everybody, Knick-Knack here, back again for another video, and it's about time I finally made one after how long ago? I think the last video I made was around January, but anybody who knows me probably understands why I haven't been making videos for a while. Biggest reason, of course, is because of school. Been putting more time into that, and sacrificing all of my video making time. You guys of course understand if you have other obligations to do. But anyway, considering that the semester for me this spring is over, I have enough time to make more videos, or I'm gonna try and make more videos during these next few months of my summer vacation. Well, sort of. And I'll tell you that more in this update video that you're seeing right now. And on top of that, as you're seeing here, the gameplay that I decided to show for this vid is Samurai Showdown 1. Decided to show us for an upcoming thing I'm going to talk about in this video. And of course, because it's way more easier to put gameplay in my IO rather than show my mysterious face on here. But anyway, that's the first part I want to talk about. Gonna try and make more videos, and I'm back. Now, speaking of being back for summer vacation for me actually started in the beginning of May. But I didn't want to make videos, or didn't have time to make videos during the month of May, because for the past month I've been on a vacation up in NorCal. Well, you see, my sister just graduated San Francisco State. She got her bachelor's, and my family decided to go up there and visit her, and she is pretty much moved out of San Francisco and is moving back here to San Diego. So I had to help her moving and all that stuff as well. Yeah, and on top of that, in terms of that NorCal vacation, other than helping out my sister move, me and my family met some relatives or family members or family friends who live up in NorCal. We had some nice time spending time with them. And yeah, we also went shopping and mostly normal stuff you would do on a vacation. Shopping, exploring the areas, eating. Speaking of which, the stuff that I bought up in NorCal, I really liked, and I'm planning to show that in a future pickups video. And yeah, but there was this awesome place that my sister showed me up in San Francisco called Japantown. Had some awesome shit that I bought from there, and as I said again, I'm gonna show you all that shit in an upcoming video. Or if you follow me on Instagram, that's pretty much a way you could see what stuff I bought from that trip. And yeah, I will post pics of that stuff later on. And speaking of my San Francisco trip, also went to this awesome place up there that I always wanted to been to, which is this unique museum / arcade. I'm gonna show a couple of vids of that museum arcade right now. Yeah, and once I show a couple of vids of those arcades and maybe pics, it's back to the Samurai Showdown gameplay. But anyway, that's pretty much the gist of my NorCal trip. got to go around the area, bought a whole bunch of cool shit, and visited some family members and friends, as well as helped my sister out with her moving. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is that while I was on the vacation and school as well, I've been also playing some games, and I want to talk about the games I've been playing recently during my time that I was on YouTube. So for first beginning of January, the first few days of the year, I decided to finally start up Persona 3 FES. Have to say, God do I love that game. Just love everything about it. And I should really know or expect that I will love that game, because Persona 4, I have an unhealthy obsession with that game. So you know full well that I will enjoy Persona 3. Just the music, gameplay is awesome. Just so much different from Persona 4, which I really like. Characters are awesome. And yeah, pretty much, if you have played Persona 3, you pretty much might know where I'm coming from. Other games I've been playing is I've picked up the new Fire Emblem Fates, the Special Edition. So far I'm in 20 hours. I think I'm on chapter 12 or 13, or I think 16 of it. I am currently playing Fire Emblem Birthright, that Hoshida route. And I'm pretty addicted to this game, mainly due to the fact that I really like the leveling up system, the city building system, and the support linking. Of course, mostly I would kind of enjoy that a lot because of the unique characters there are, as well as my Persona dick riding. But believe it or not, this is my first Fire Emblem game, and for the most part I am really loving it. To a point that so far is my favorite game of 2016. Granted, I haven't played the rest of the majority of the games that have been released this year. I still need to play Uncharted 4, Far Cry Primal. I just recently picked up Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Can't wait to get into that. Also, and yeah. That's pretty much what I have to say about Fire Emblem. I've also been playing Kingdom Hearts 35802. It's a pretty nice game. It's a great pick up and play game. I wish it kinda was a little bit non-linear, however. And on top of that, the panel system, it's kind of mixed. It's a cool concept, but it's kind of mixed. Also, in terms of the characters, I really love the friendship between the three main characters of the game that it focuses on. Roxas, Scion, Axel. Really love their story and their what they're doing with Organization 13 during the stuff before Kingdom Hearts 2. And yeah. Other games I've been playing, well, there's a couple of games for this year I have beaten, but I'll pretty much talk about them or give a brief synopsis or summary about them once the year ends, and I talk about the games I've completed in 2006. So far I'm just talking about games I'm currently playing and haven't beaten. Our games I've been playing as well from this year that I haven't finished yet. I'm currently playing Drakengard 1, and pretty much I really am enjoying it. It ain't no Dynasty Warriors, but for the most part it's really nice to play. Yeah. And the character, I'm only on 4% done or complete of the game, so I can't really say too much about the characters, but for the most part, the main character seems like he's an okay guy, and the dragon that he befriends or has to form an alliance with is a really interesting character. And that's all I have to say about Dragon Guard 1. Can't wait to play more of that. The next game I want to talk about that I've been playing, call me a punk bitch or fucking like girly or shit, but I've been recently playing like this High School Musical 3 game on my PS2, which is pretty much like a DDR clone. I think the reason why I've been playing a lot of that is because I assumed it was gonna be easy and an easy game to just breeze through, but it's a bit difficult because it's a DDR game, and like the main reason why I just had a sudden interest in playing it is because of my love for Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Really like that game. But anyway, High School Musical 3 is pretty much, well, High School Musical 3 I think is called Dance Off or something like that. It's pretty much DDR with the High School Musical 3 or High School Musical soundtrack. And if you play DDR, you pretty much know what you're getting into. I for the most part enjoy DDR once in a while, even though I'm playing this High School Musical game with a controller. And pretty much the last game I want to talk about that I have been currently playing a lot is Shining in the Darkness. Now, for these like past few months or days, I've been like trying to become like hugely invested in these big JRPG franchises that everybody's been talking about, like the Suikoden's, like the Final Fantasies, even though I've been playing a lot of it, like the E's, like the Legends of Heroes. I want to get into the Shining series, and according to what I've read on Wikipedia, Shining in the Darkness is the first one of the Shining series, so I decided to start that up. Thanks to my like Sega Genesis collection on Steam, they had that game, so I had to pick it up. And so far, it's a love and hate game for me. Now, although I love the exploration, the challenge, the character and enemy designs, and the nice RPG, like standard tactical or like turn-based gameplay, in a way, that game is starting to really fucking agitate me. And I just, sometimes whenever I play it, I'm like, son of a bitch, and I'm like, full in the more whenever I'm playing it. Mainly because the random encounter rate in this game is just a pain in the ass. Every time you take like 2 or 3 steps, an enemy, or like you encounter an enemy, and once you're done with that, you take another 1 or 2 more steps, another enemy encounters, and like maybe 2 or 3 more steps, same thing happens over and over and over again, until like suddenly out of nowhere you just have no enemy encounters, and it's just kind of a bit irritating. And on top of that, it's pretty much like a dungeon crawler, and because of that, considering I'm like too lazy to make my own maps, I decided to pull up a like walkthrough guide on like the second screen of my, or like my brother's or our computer screen. So like while I'm traversing through mazes, I'm also looking at the maps for the labyrinths. But so far, for the most part, despite its irritating encounter rates, I'm really enjoying that game. Speaking of which, I think I might want to review that game, because I've been playing like how many hours into it. And yeah. Alright, and now that I'm done talking about that, I want to talk about some games I'm be planning to buy for these this next year or these next few months. Now if you now if you follow me on YouTube, you know that my last video I said that I want to buy 20 games or less. So far I'm kind of doing good with that goal. From what I'm counting, I'm only maybe 9 or 10ish games, and I'm trying to control my spending on that. In terms of games I'm gonna plan to buy during this year's that is currently released, I just want to talk about a couple of games that I'm gonna buy, as well as rent. So far I bought Digimon Cyber Sleuth, can't wait to get into that. Uncharted 4 has recently been released, I'm planning to rent that, same as Far Cry Primal. Now Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, I think I wanna buy in the future. We'll see whether or not it will be on the list of games I want to buy, because I'm already at 9 or 10ish games. Salt and Sanctuary I was gonna plan to buy, but my buy rate list has kind of gone up, so I think I'm gonna have to save buying that game later. Final Fantasy 15, most likely I'm gonna buy depending on whether or not the reviews are good. Project Cross Zone 2, I'm gonna plan to rent from a friend, because considering that I have a friend who I said you could borrow some of my games as well as my PS2, we're pretty close and whatnot and cool, and considering how much we talk about games and our interests are alike, he says he was okay with me borrowing Project Cross Zone 2 once we're done with school and whatnot. So I can't wait to delve into that. King of Fighters 14, most likely I am gonna buy, because King of Fighters is the games, a fighting game series or franchise that I think I love a ton. And honestly, for these past few months or years, I've been a bit fatigued or out of touch with fighting games, mainly due to business practices and all these recently releases Street Fighter 5 and all these DLCs and whatever Arc System Works is doing with their games. And it kind of made me lose a bit in touch with fighting games. But I'm really looking forward to King of Fighters 14, because I love King of Fighters. Nakaruru is going to be a character in it. It's published by Atlas, so I don't think there could be no wrong. And for the most part, King of Fighters hasn't done shit recently when it comes to fucking over fans. I don't think they ever fucked over their fans too much. Plus 13 kicked major ass. Tekken 7, speaking of which, of fighting games, most likely I'm gonna buy, because I'm a Tekken fan, and that new character, I think her name is Josie Rizal, I'm oh yeah, fuck yeah, that makes me an instant buy in a way. So yeah. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is the next game I want to talk about. It's almost in the near March, and I think I'm gonna have to skip that game, even though I want to play it a ton. Doom, I'm most likely gonna be renting. Nitro Blasters, even though it looks like it's just gonna be a standalone game, no $40 sequel like they do with Arc System or the upcoming Dengeki Bunko game. even though it's not like that, I'm most likely gonna rent this game because some of these characters I don't even know of. Like, only two I know of, and that's Super Sonico and Saber from the Fate series. So yeah. But I'm still gonna play it because it's a fighting game and I love my fighting games. Next game I want to talk about is LEGO Avengers. I'm also gonna talk about LEGO Force Awakens. And I'm gonna probably plan to rent both games because they're LEGO games. They're nice, easy pick up and play games. And if I'm lucky, I could get some gameplay footage for those games and whatnot. Battlefield 1. I am kind of looking forward to this game a lot because it's a World War I shooter, and when's the last time we've seen a World War I FPS? Can't wait to rent that game. I'm not gonna buy it because it's Battlefield and I don't see myself like super excited for it. Next game I want to talk about is Song of the Deep. I was probably gonna buy this game, but due to my list expanding, I'm unfortunately gonna have to buy this game later. Song of the Deep is that new $15 like Metroidvania game by Insomniac Games. And even though I'm a fan of Insomniac, I have to put this on the back burner, like games I'll buy later. Horizon Zero Dawn. Probably, I don't know what's going on with that game. I don't think it's gonna be released this year. But if it does, I'm probably really gonna rent it. Another next game I want to talk about is Overwatch. Recently bought that game and sooner or later I'm gonna play it. And the next game I want to talk about after that is that new Ratchet & Clank game that has been released for a while. Probably gonna maybe rent that or maybe buy it sooner or later, maybe next year or the year after. Because I still need to like get back into Ratchet & Clank series because it's been a while since I played those games. And that's pretty much why I like want to talk about games and upcoming games for this next year or this year. Notice that I haven't said anything about Persona 5 because I'm not even sure if it's gonna release this year in North America. I really hope to God it does from E3. Yeah, like according to what I know, they're gonna have some like Persona 5 stuff at E3. All they just have to do is talk about a North American release date, and that's pretty much what I want from this year's E3. I bet that's what a ton of people want from this year's E3. Like I saw it on my Twitter and saw it from some people I follow on YouTube. Oh yeah. And speaking of like certain games for this year, another game I kind of like forgot to talk about was a game called Cosmic Star Heroine. Now recently the game had an E3 trailer currently released this year. I'm gonna link the trailer down below, but this is like one of my most anticipated games of all time for this year because ever since I played their games, Seaboard's games, Cthulhu Saves the World, and Breath of the 7, I've been in love with that indie developer ever since. And like Cosmic Star Heroine is their newest game that they're going to plan to make or release. I pretty much helped kickstart that game, and I'm looking forward to that game, playing it on PC, and because like I supported the $15 digital PC version of it. And speaking of like the game in general, what I'm probably going to plan to do is that game, according to what I know, Limited Run Games is having a physical version of Cosmic Star Heroine. So I'm probably gonna buy the PS4 version of Cosmic Star Heroine and do a giveaway on this channel for it. Let's just hope to God that there are still some copies left. Alright, so now that upcoming games is done, next thing I want to talk about is upcoming videos for this channel. Now, I'm not promising all of these types of videos will be made, but this is what's coming to mind when it comes to me returning to YouTube. I'm planning to do a couple of pickups videos. Well, that's pretty much easy considering pickups videos are pretty easy to record. I'm also going to do a summer backlog challenge, which I'm probably going to be uploading a few days after this vid, or maybe next week, even though it might have trouble getting noticed due to E3, but I'll still upload anyway because I don't care about views or comments or I care about them, but I'm not oh, please subscribe to my channel, please watch all my videos. I'm not like that for the most part. I'm also probably gonna try and do more countdowns than before. Let's hope so. Also, as I said earlier, I'm gonna try my best to pump out a couple of reviews for this channel. So, look forward to that stuff. Most notably the pickups videos, because believe it or not, I think most likely those are going to be, of course, as I said, easy to upload, because believe it or not, on my desktop I have a ton of pickups videos uploaded way a long time ago. For these past few months, whatever time I had, I decided to use it on recording pickups videos non-stop. So once I'm done editing them, I'm probably gonna upload them maybe one pickups video per week or one pickups video per 2 weeks. So look forward to that. Also on top of that, one thing I forgot to mention about those pickups videos is that because they've been recorded for how many months ago, look forward to me talking about some old ass games or games that have been recently released a few months ago. So that's what I have to say about upcoming vids for this channel. Let's hope I pump out more videos for the next few weeks or days. Okay, now that upcoming videos are done, the last thing I want to touch up upon in this update video is the month of July. Now, even though I said that I have a bunch of free time to make videos, in a way that's semi-true, in the sense that the month of July might be pretty busy for me or big for me. And there are a couple of reasons for that. The first reason I want to talk about is Anime Expo. Anybody who has followed my channel knows that each year I go to Anime Expo, and this year is no exception. In terms of what I want to talk about for Anime Expo, anybody who has followed me for these past few years knows that I did a giveaway for some stuff that I got there, and this year I'm going to be trying my best to get a whole bunch of stuff for a giveaway for this year. And on top of that, anybody who has seen my last giveaway video, I asked whether or not if they would rather have me keep it exclusively only gaming stuff or expand that area to stuff such as anime, comics, stuff that isn't video game related. And the majority of most part of the comments said that they would recommend or they would rather see me put other stuff in the giveaway as well. So for those who actually like my Anime Expo giveaways, look forward to maybe me putting the anime art print in it, maybe an anime figure, comics, or like art prints of comic characters or TV characters, all that stuff. Also on the topic of Anime Expo, as I said earlier in this vid, one of the reasons why I'm playing or showing Samurai Showdown in the first place in this vid is because this character that I'm playing right here is going to be a future cosplay that I'm probably going to show, or what's it called, debut at Anime Expo. So look forward to seeing photos of Genon Shiranui on my sites. Another thing I want to say is that despite me promoting it here on YouTube, I'm actually going to be showing the photos of my Genon Shiranui cosplay on my Instagram as well as Facebook, which surprisingly I have a Facebook. Well, I've been having a Facebook, I just didn't want to show it or promote it up until now. So if you guys want to add me on Facebook, the link down below is in the info bar. Also, for those people who I'm pretty cool with here on YouTube and who help keep me sane, and I'm gonna go a bit weeaboo-ish on here, my senpais, look forward to me sending you guys friend requests on Facebook. Now, Genon Shiranui isn't the only cosplay I'm going to be doing at Anime Expo. This is going to be a little, preview, but also I'm planning to probably cosplay as Igor again from Persona. Definitely have to do that because I want to rep him in each Persona gathering for these next few Anime Expos. I'm also gonna probably plan to do a summer or spring semester Junpei. Spring semester Junpei, like I did at Hanadoki Con, which is a convention I went to a few months ago. And not only am I gonna debut Genon, I'm also gonna try my best to debut Soma Cruz at this convention. And what you know, me cosplaying Soma Cruz at this year's AX is pretty awesome in the sense that, believe it or not, Koji Igarashi, the producer of Castlevania, is gonna be there. And that's pretty awesome because I just want to cosplay him just because he's a cool character. And now nowhere, we're excited to announce Koji Igarashi. Also look forward to probably having an autograph from him in terms of my giveaway. But that's pretty much what I have to say about Anime Expo. Look forward to vids and maybe pictures of it in my upcoming sites. And another thing I forgot to mention that is I'm probably gonna do a top 100 favorite cosplays of Anime Expo 2015 on either my YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. I'm gonna spam you guys with it maybe because I'm really excited for AX this year. So yeah, Anime Expo. Now the last two things I want to talk about, I'm going to combine them in one because they're pretty important for me. And like I said again, even though I have time to make videos, it's only slightly, mainly because of Anime Expo, but not only that, but because for probably this whole month of July, I'm gonna be busy with both summer classes and moving. Now, to anybody who has gone to school, most of you have taken summer classes to make your degree or the progress of it to go a bit more quicker, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm pretty intimidated because, believe it or not, this is my first time taking a summer class, and I'm a bit scared considering this class, only one, was gonna take up one whole month. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice a whole bunch of game time maybe and video making time to actually survive this class. And the other thing I want to talk about that I said that I'm gonna combine with this vid or point as well is that, believe it or not, I'm gonna be moving in the month of July. So I don't expect to have internet for this next month and to make videos or to edit, because I'm gonna be way too busy packing up stuff and moving into a new house with my family. And that's pretty much all I have to say for the next 2 points. And that pretty much right here wraps up my long ass update vid. I hope you actually gave a crap and were, tolerable to this video and my gameplay and ramblings that are out the ass and are not scripted or whatnot. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Upcoming vids, giveaways, where I've been, what I've been playing, and the month of July. So as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, take it easy, and until next video.